Having a quick and easy meal to go to whenever you come home at night is always a winner in my book, especially whenever you've got a really busy week ahead of you. Hey friends, my name's Susan and welcome to my home. Today I've got 4 quick and easy meals that you've just got to try. They are all so good, your family's gonna love them. So let me get this ponytail up and let's get to making some amazing quick and easy meals that will be a staple in your house once you try them. So come on, let's get to cooking. And I am going to make a slow cooker meal that you can do as a freezer meal. We've done it and we love it. And it's going into the crock pot today. I've got a rump roast. You could also use any type of meat you want, but it seems like these do really good in it. And 2 cans of beef consomme soup. Once you get it out of the crock pot, you will need some hoagie rolls and some provolone cheese. But other than that, this is all you need, guys. So let's get it in the crock pot. I'm going to go ahead and put the roast in the bottom of the pot. I didn't ask for Angus roast. I asked for something else, and this is what they got me in my order from Walmart. And then 2 cans of beef consomme soup. Now, whenever this meat is cooking down, it'll make its own juices. But between that and this beef consomme soup, oh, you have a French dip for sure. So, let me go ahead and put the lid on this, turn it on low, let it cook all day while I'm going to work. And then we'll have some goodness whenever I come home. And I got back from work today, and this is what I'm looking at. Let me get this shredded up so we can get this on a sandwich for some supper. And look at this. It is just pulling apart. Oh, it's like magic. The top did get a little bit brown because it was out of the fluid. But what I'm going to do is shred this up, leave it in the fluid for just a few minutes so it can rehydrate if it got a little bit dried out, which look how tender and juicy that looks. I don't think it got dried out at all, but I just need to go ahead and get this shredded up. It did have a little fat cap on that one side. I am not going to utilize that, but that can only make it taste even better. So let me let this soak up a little bit of juice, and then it'll be time to get it on a hoagie roll so we can have some French dip sandwiches. Here is the French dip sandwich. I've got some provolone cheese on top, the meat in between. It is so juicy. Don't know if you can see all the juice running out from the sandwich into the plate, but that's what I'm talking about. And of course, I've got some dip and juice behind it. And this is what's for supper tonight. And tonight we're making some taco spaghetti. I've got a little bit of olive oil, some taco seasoning, spaghetti noodles, rotel, a little bit of onion, a little bit of Mexican style cheese, and some water. And I believe that's all that we need to make taco spaghetti. Oh, yes, and the hamburger meat that's browning up in the pot. So let's go ahead and get that hamburger meat browning up, and let's get to making some taco spaghetti, because I am hungry and this sounds really good. Now I've got the hamburger browning up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add in the onions that I had. And I'm going to go ahead and cook these until they are translucent. Well, it's not going to take long, or until the hamburger meat is brown all the way around. Well, I think I'm supposed to add the olive oil in first, but why do you need olive oil? Look how much this has produced. I'm going to go ahead and add in the taco seasoning, which is basically 1 packet of taco seasoning, or the equivalent thereof. I'm also going to go ahead and add in the rotel, including the juices. There we go. 8 ounces of spaghetti noodles, and 3 cups of water into this mix. Now let me go ahead and stir that around just a little bit. Now I have turned this up on high so I can let it boil. Once the water starts to boil, as you see it is, I've tried to push all my noodles down toward the bottom. That way they're all under the water. Now the secret is, you are going to turn this down to low and put a lid on it. And then let this cook for about 15 minutes on low, and everything will be done in this one pot. Amazing, and I'm hungry. And now all of the noodles are nicely cooked. and I have stirred them around to make sure that they're all separated. I'm going to go ahead and add some cheese to this. I am going to add Mexican style cheese instead of the cheddar, which it calls for. It says to put half in here and put half on top. I'm going to put a good bit in here. Just leave a little bit to put on top. And then I'm going to go ahead and stir it around. That way we get some of that cheese pull. I'm going to let it sit in the container for just a little bit to let that cheese melt. And then it'll be time to eat some supper. And here's what it looks like with all the cheese melted in. And if you're enjoying today's video, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any of the good food and fun. Bud's getting him some crunchy food if you can hear him in the background. So let's get this on the plate. And here you go. Taco spaghetti. All you need is a little bit of cheese to go on the top, which I've got some frozen cheese, but that's okay. There you go. You could put some sour cream on top because y'all know me, I'm tempted. I'm probably going to put it on mine. But this is Danny's version, and this is what's for supper tonight. Taco spaghetti, one pan, and it is amazing. And it's early in the morning, and I am going to go ahead and put something in the crock pot. I'm going to put 3 chicken breasts, if I can fit them, in the crock pot. There we go. Oh, and I'm making slow cooker Olive Garden chicken pasta. It's really simple, really quick thing to put in the crock pot. 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and a whole container of Olive Garden Italian dressing. 2 cups is what this is, and that's exactly what's in this container. Those chicken breasts are frozen, and whenever they start to cook them, they will start producing a little bit of fluid. But this will cook on low all day while I'm at work, and then we'll come home and we'll have some amazing food. So I'll see you back whenever I get back from work. I was looking over the recipe, and I forgot to add the cream cheese into the mix. I've just gone ahead and got a block of cream cheese, and I have cubed it up so it'll be easier for me to distribute over the chicken and the dressing mix. Now we're ready to close up the crock pot. Turn it on low and leave it on while I'm at work. And I came home from work, and this is what I found. Now all you have to do is just sit here and separate the chicken up. Get the cream cheese mixture in there and get it all mixed together, because this is some good chicken. Let me do that, and then I'll get it on a plate with some noodles, and then we'll be ready for some supper. And here is the Olive Garden chicken. You can add some more mozzarella to the top or Parmesan, whatever you'd like, but this is an amazing meal for your family. So try it. Y'all will like it. And let's get to making some one-pot chicken chow mein. It's pretty quick and simple. It says on the recipe. This is the first time I've made it, so hopefully it's going to be really good. I'll let you know. We need a little olive oil or canola oil, some soy sauce or liquid aminos. I've got some ginger. I've got some minced garlic. 3 chicken breasts that I have cut into cubes. A little hoisin sauce. You can use chow mein noodles, you can use ramen noodles or spaghetti, and I've got spaghetti, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I also have a bag of angel hair coleslaw that we're going to be using. I've got 4 cups of chicken broth, a little bit of cornstarch if we need to thicken it up at the end. It called for red bell peppers. I had orange, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. And a bag of the stir-fry medley. I go ahead and get it out. I trim off any of the ends if they're brown, and of course the snow peas. I don't like a whole snow pea, so I cut them into pieces and rinse everything really, really good. So this is ready to go in the pan for some one-pot chicken chow mein, guys. Let's get to cooking. First thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of the olive oil to the pan, just a little bit, and the chicken breasts that have been cubed up. I do have the pan turned on. It isn't as hot as I would like it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get all this into the pan to start searing up so it can taste amazing. And I've cooked these for a few minutes and the chicken has started to get brown. So I'm going to go ahead and add in all of the vegetables. The carrots, the broccoli, no peas, the peppers, and the cabbage. And I'm going to let them cook for just a few minutes until everything starts to wilt. I'm going to go ahead and stir this around just a little bit. And then I'm going to put the lid on it. That way the moisture coming off all of this will help cook the cabbage a little more, even though this is angel hair coleslaw cabbage. So let me go ahead and let this cook for just a few minutes. And this has been cooking for just a few minutes. As you notice, the cabbage has cooked down quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and add in the garlic, which is 2 teaspoons of garlic. There you go. And 1 teaspoon of the ginger. I'm going to stir that around in here until it becomes nice and fragrant, which is not going to take long. And this is actually smelling really good. Hopefully I'll get Danny to eat a lot of his vegetables. Guys, y'all know my husband, the pickiest eater. But this has a lot of good stuff. And he loves anything that is oriental flavored, so we're going good on that. The next thing I'm going to add in is the chicken stock, the soy sauce, and the hoisin sauce. I put it all together in one container. And that is going in. And I have let this start to boil. So now it is time to add in the spaghetti noodles. Like I said, you could add ramen noodles or chow mein noodles, whatever you want. But I am going to be adding in spaghetti noodles. And I'm going to leave them long because if you ever go to a Chinese restaurant or a restaurant to get this recipe, you know that they have long noodles in them. So I'm going to get them pushed down below the surface of the water. There we go. And I'm going to let this cook. It says to give them al dente, which I can understand that. So I'm probably going to let them cook about 5 minutes and check on them. I am going to come in here and stir occasionally. So I'll bring you back whenever everything is complete. And this is cooked for about 5 minutes. I don't know if you can see all the noodles and stuff that are in there, but they have grown tremendously. And it smells amazing in my kitchen, guys. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and get this plated up because it is time to eat. And here you go. Chicken chow mein. And it looks and tastes so amazing, guys. And it was really simple. Just put everything together and then put it on the plate. And that's what's for supper tonight. I told you those 4 recipes were amazing, and I wasn't kidding. Quick, easy, simple, and so good. And if you haven't already, go ahead and press that little subscribe button down below and subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun, and ring that bell. That way you know whenever I put a new video out. Until next time, see you then.